92% drop in sickness. Fewer people dying than ever before. A technological breakthrough. Yet we experience this multiple times a year without even thinking twice. This is crazy. We've gotten so used to living these long lives without thanking the technology that brought us here. We went from living from 30 to 100 just by having a single shot in our bicep. Vaccines are and have been for hundreds of years an essential part of our lifespan. They keep us from many sicknesses, plagues, and even death. Vaccines were invented in 1796, dropping sickness and death due to disease by a huge margin. The man who made this vaccine, Edward Jenner, was mocked and ridiculed, yet his vaccine cured smallpox, and vaccines have not been doubted by the masses since then. I, like everyone listening, have gotten a vaccine. I have done much research on these as vaccines completely fascinate me and would love to tell you about them. Although they sting and sometimes swell, they save millions of lives every single day. So, healthiness. Vaccines increase healthiness. Death by vaccines have dropped by 99% since they were invented. That means they were cut in half. Think of your life and all the people you know. Now imagine half of them gone. That is how big of a number we're talking about. 92% fewer people are sick also. This means that people are not only surviving the sickness, they're getting it less often, and they're getting healed faster. Think about COVID. Once a vaccine comes out for it, people are going to be less worried about it because less people are going to be dying and less people are going to be getting it. So most people get vaccines, right? It's strongly suggested by parents, teachers, public officials, and doctors. This increases healthiness in the community because this great thing is being pushed by people in high positions of power and smart people. Though they're anti-vaxxers, science proves them wrong. Think about these statistics I'm saying. Half the people are dying that died 200 years ago. That's ridiculous. They can have some downsides, but those are so heavily outweighed by the bright sides that you can't even really compare. Like, some people get sick after they take a vaccine, but that sickness is usually minor compared to the actual sickness, and it usually eradicates the disease altogether, given a couple of decades. It's wild. So not only do they increase overall healthiness, the vaccines also increase a lifespan. So life expectancy has more than doubled in the past 200 years. This means that during the Civil War, most people averaged living 40 years. That means they probably didn't even get to meet their grandkids. Now, most people our age know their great-grandparents. There's a huge gap in timeline. Not only is the average lifespan older, as in 80 years, but the median is pushed further forward. So a lot of people used to die at the age of 2, dropping the lifespan down. But now people live more and more and more up until 60, 70, 80. This means that more and more people live to live more fulfilling lives, meet a lot more people, and have long-lasting, meaningful relationships. So now that we understand how good they are for our health, I want to talk about how good they are for our standard of living. So vaccines increase standard of living. Many diseases are eradicated that hindered people for a long time. Think about polio. FDR is a famous example of a polio victim. Polio hindered his ability to walk. It put him in a wheelchair. However, now we've eradicated polio altogether because of this amazing vaccine. People spend more time with family and friends considering how much longer they live. This means people can get closer and closer to people they love for a longer period of time. In conclusion, vaccines help us live longer, better, and healthier lives. What an amazing breakthrough. This technology is one of the most crucial reasons that humans live so long. Vaccines cause fewer and fewer people than ever to die or get sick. That's a pretty great technology. Though most people overlook them, I see vaccines for how important they are and how they save millions and millions of lives every single year.